they're probably getting tested right now. The more players that test positive for coronavirus, you have to believe the further that pushes the season back. So right now they're talking about a July and August playoffs and NBA Finals. And like all of us, the NBA is not sure what will happen over the coming weeks, but they would ideally like to play at least 70 regular season games in order to retain 100% of the revenue the league receives from their regional sports network partners that air games in local markets. Brian Windhorst said yesterday what they would love to do is get to 70 games. And the reason is, 70 is a key number is because that is what the deliverable is to the regional sports networks. They are promised 70 games. Now, just because teams like the Lakers, for example, to get to 70 games, they wouldn't necessarily be able to deliver on that because they've had a lot of national games, but getting to 70 would be helpful in retaining revenue because they wouldn't have to refund some to the local TV. So it's clear that the owners and the league, they want to have some form of regular season. Yes, it's going to be abbreviated, but you need the players to ramp up. You can't just have them come back and start the playoffs. It's going to hurt teams like the Rockets, who've been on a losing streak. They were up to that 2 seed, dropped all the way to 6. So how many games could they make up? And then you have the New Orleans Pelicans, who had that light schedule towards the back end of their schedule. Looks like they're not going to be able to make a playoff push now. Now, to me, I think the first thing you have to do is make it a 5-game series. A 5-game series in the first round like it used to be. I think it'd be much more exciting. I think you would reduce the playoffs because, look, you can't stretch this thing all the way into deep August. One, you're going to go against college football. You're going to go against the start of the NFL, and then also you step all over baseball season. I know that's not their concern, but if you're the NBA, I think it should be a first-round 5-game series anyway. I think that'd be much more exciting. If you look at it, you don't have very many upsets in that first round to begin with, so I like to see them to transition to that full time, and then after that, I think you move to a 2-3-2 format. A 2-3-2 format like it used to be in the NBA Finals. That way you can eliminate some of that travel. And now it's being reported that the NBA is willing to entertain test of Christmas to August season. So now they're considering starting their season on Christmas Day. Atlanta Hawks CEO Steve Koonin recently proposed starting and ending the NBA season 2 months than they currently do in order to avoid football. Due to the NBA suspending the 19-20 season because of the COVID-19, the league may be forced to adopt that idea. Adrian Wojnarowski said, "I haven't had one team president who I respect, who I think has some level of influence in the league, said to me the other day that he never really liked the Koonin idea, but the more he thinks about it now, the more it does intrigue him." That was what Adrian Wojnarowski reported. So to me, that's very interesting because, look, yes, it would come out of necessity because of the coronavirus, but the league has been looking into this for years now. I think the league ultimately will entertain this idea because, hey, you want to avoid football at all costs. Football is king in the United States, so if you avoid that, you start it on Christmas Day. It could be that it's already a tradition as it is, but to have opening day on Christmas Day with all those marquee matchups, to me, I think that's a move the NBA should seriously consider permanently because, hey, no matter what happens this year, if they do resume play, the following season will get pushed back no matter what. And yes, that will change the entire NBA schedule. The draft will be pushed back. The summer league will be the fall league. Will it still be in Las Vegas? But if you look at this layout, this is how the schedule would look. Mid-June will be the start of the playoffs. Early August, the NBA Finals. The end of August will be the draft. September 1st, the start of free agency. September 10th, summer fall league. And then December 10th, training camps would open up. December 25th, the regular season opens up. And then mid-June, the NBA season ends. So this could have a lasting effect on the NBA, and it could be for the better. So there's not going to be a lot of positives that will come out of this, but this could be one of them. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is home court advantage, because if and when they resume play, the likelihood that they're going to be empty arenas is very high. So how do you reward those teams that have higher seeds? Now, I think a couple things you do. I've heard people say, hey, maybe you pipe in some crowd noise. Look, that would get weird very quickly. What are they going to do? Have a hologram Jack Nicholson right there? It's not going to work. I think one thing you do to award those teams is the team with the higher seed should get possession to start every quarter. No jump ball. They get the ball quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think that's That's one thing you do. And then maybe, just maybe, you spot the higher seed some points. Maybe the higher seed gets more points. I don't think a lot of people are going to sign off on that. But as much as I get carried away on trying to resume the season, really it's all about the players right now. It's about the health and safety of the American public, and that is the first priority. And so I'm sure in the coming days and weeks, we're going to find out just how many players have the coronavirus. I'm sure those numbers are going to go up exponentially, and we're going to find out what that means as far as the season goes. Look, I know ball is life, but we can't ball until we take care of our lives. Thanks for watching the Get More Sports YouTube channel. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me at DMac_LA. And for all the hottest sports content in the game, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and most importantly, give me all your takes right down below in the comments section. I want all your takes right down below in the comments section. And for all the hottest and latest sports news, head over to GetMoreSports.com.